going on, friends? With Harley-Davidson corporate pretty much, well, seemingly going down the toilet, I wanted to take this time to remind everybody that this may actually be a great time to buy a Harley-Davidson. Don't hit me. But it really might be a great time to buy a Harley-Davidson just based on the fact that right now there are a lot of disgruntled people out there that are probably dipping their Harley-Davidsons left and right. And this might actually present an excellent opportunity to buy a used Harley-Davidson and support your local independent motorcycle shop if you're still interested in Harley-Davidson. There's a lot of riders right now that are not happy with Harley-Davidson, and that was on full display at Sturgis. A lot of you viewers were telling me that the Harley-Davidson tent at Sturgis was virtually empty. They literally got the Bud Light treatment. If you recall, last year, the pictures coming out of Sturgis of the Bud Light tents, the Budweiser beer tents, all that out there, they were empty. Nobody was there. This year, Harley-Davidson kind of looked the same, and the only people there were actually the workers. And thank you to all the viewers that actually pointed that out to me that were at Sturgis. Now, something Harley-Davidson needs to learn real quick. They may have Harley-Davidson all over the building and everywhere in the building, but we as riders are Harley-Davidson. And without us as the riders, there is no Harley-Davidson to be had. Now, the great thing about Harley-Davidson is that you can ride and enjoy a Harley-Davidson motorcycle without having to give one dime of your money to the corporate office. You don't have to give anything to Mother Harley. You can get everything you need from a mom and pop shop that deals in Harley-Davidson accessories, aftermarket parts, and even used motorcycles. Guys, please don't forget, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. One of the best things about a Harley-Davidson is that you can get about 98.9% of everything you will ever need or want for that motorcycle without ever setting foot in a dealer or having to buy any genuine Harley parts. Harley-Davidson has literally been self-destructing with the very initiative that they actually set out to destroy, and that was Harley-Davidson's own used market. With everything that they have pulled here lately, they've essentially driven people away from their new motorcycles, and if you're interested in a Harley, I guarantee you're looking at a private sale where you can still own a Harley, but you're not directly supporting the company in any way, shape, or fashion. Harley-Davidson needs to sell new motorcycles, and they've done two things with this corporate debacle. They've either A, turned people to their used market, which is exactly what they were trying to get people off of buying new motorcycles, or B, anybody that was looking to buy a brand new motorcycle, they pretty much just handed that business right over to Indian Motorcycle or anybody else out in the market for that fact. Now, I've heard several things from all the viewers in the comments. You're either going to debadge your motorcycle, take everything Harley-Davidson off of it, and still enjoy it, or you're going to go out and you're just going to sell it and completely get rid of it. Now, the first thing I thought about when I read the comments about debadging the motorcycles, it was kind of like history repeating itself back to the AMF days when you used to debadge them, you used to repaint them, basically do anything and everything you could to get AMF off the motorcycle. Now, I'm going to say this, it's okay to own and enjoy your Harley-Davidson motorcycle while still disagreeing with corporate and not supporting anything that has to do with corporate. So don't support corporate, but do support your local independent motorcycle shops, the mom and pop shops that deal in Harley-Davidsons, that sell used Harley-Davidsons, that sell parts, that service these and work on these. These are the kind of places we need to be going. This is a perfect way where you can absolutely care less about what Harley-Davidson is doing at the corporate level and still enjoy your motorcycle and support the good, hard-working folks out there that are making a living when it comes to Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Now, I think we can all agree that the new Harley-Davidson motorcycles are extremely expensive for what they actually are. And let's be real here, there's going to be some people out there that are absolutely disgusted and disgruntled with the actions that corporate has taken, and they're going to be wanting to unload their Harley-Davidson and probably willing to part with it for a less than what you would expect to pay price. Now, I'm not trying to take advantage of a situation here, but if somebody's wanting to get rid of a bike and unload it, or they're wanting to burn it or whatever, Heck, step in there and be like, man, I'll give you $5,000 for that $12,000 bike. If you hate Harley so much, I'll take it. Now, the reason why I say support the local indie shops, the local indie shops are exactly what the Harley-Davidson dealers used to be. They are locally owned, mom and pop, usually family-run businesses. Heck, you probably know the owner, you know everybody in there. They know your name, they know your motorcycle. This is exactly what Harley-Davidson dealers used to be before they started all these corporate initiatives, and they just made it completely, they just ran them out. They literally put such heavy requirements on private ownership to where you couldn't afford it anymore to run these dealers. And you're seeing this all over the place with dealerships that have been open for well over 100 years, having to shut down these family-run businesses, and they're being sold out to corporations. And it's just an absolute mess, especially for the employees there that were used to that family-run business and the day-to-day, just the way the indie shops are run. But now they're just part of the corporate machine, and nothing's the same. Now, another reason for this could be that a lot of the mom and pop shops refuse to do business and fall in line with what corporate wanted. They sell out to these big investment companies, and maybe they're aligned with what Harley-Davidson agrees with, maybe they're not. Who knows? Who cares? Support mom and pop, then we don't even have to worry about it. Now, with all this going on at Harley-Davidson and this big debacle getting bigger and spreading farther and wider, I do want to say I don't feel like this is a reflection on all of us as riders directly. As riders, we're going to vote with our wallets. We're going to go to the mom and pop shops. We're going to buy motorcycles privately. We're going to do things outside of the corporate umbrella, and that's how we're going to tell them how we think about this. I don't know about you, but I would rather give my money to a local shop than to some nameless, faceless corporation that doesn't know me, doesn't even know I exist, or even care about me personally. Now, all is not lost when it comes to Harley-Davidson. I don't care what corporate is doing. But I think for a lot of folks out there that could actually afford to go buy a brand new Harley-Davidson, I think a lot of people are going to reconsider, and they're probably going to take that money and go get on a brand new Indian, and then we just have several more people that were lost to another manufacturer. But on the bright side of that, at least they're still on two wheels and they're still riding, even though it's not a Harley. Now, I think for the rest of us, we're going to continue to ride our used Harley-Davidsons, continue to deal in parts and service from local independent shops, and continue to buy motorcycles privately. It's a better deal anyhow. Plus, you don't have to deal with all the dealer stuff and this and that and everything that's happened with Harley. This has just kind of compounded it. Now, for the rest of us, I think we're going to continue to buy used Harley-Davidsons and continue to buy aftermarket parts. And I really hope that this whole thing creates a huge business boom for all the independent shops out there. I really hope they're just swimming in it with gaining all the business from people that are turning their backs on the corporate offices and the dealerships themselves. And I hope that some of you guys out there that are maybe looking for a new to you used Harley, hopefully you guys can even snag a really solid deal out of this whole debacle. So guys, let me know in the comments, do you think it's okay to still ride a Harley-Davidson and maybe just not support the mothership and continue to do what we're doing and not really worry about it, but at the same time, we're not going to support corporate? Oh, and by the way, I think I've said it several times already, get out there and support your local indie shop. They'd love to have your business. Especially if you got a 10-year-old motorcycle, they're not going to turn you away. They're going to open the door and tell you to come right on in, help you get it in there. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got for you this week. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Oh, and if you went to Sturgis, let me know if you had a good time down in the comments. But till next week, guys, stay safe on the streets, ride smart, dodge those cars, and I'll catch you back here next week with a brand new video. Thanks for watching.